Game Demo.
And we're back, and we pulled a little switcheroo. I've got the controller, and Kevin has the computer, so he'll be corresponding with you in the chat while I play Red Faction Armageddon.
This should be fun.
I think it's fun. We did a now playing for this yesterday, 2 days ago. One of those days. My sense of time is all out of whack. Maxwell McGee and I sat down and played through a bunch, so if you like this little look, you're going to want to back and check that out. But this game is pretty fun. And I'm going to jump right in here and kill some creepy aliens. Now, here's another thing I want to show you folks. It's called the magnet gun. Here I attach one end to this bad guy who's trying to kill me, and I attach the other end to the ceiling. And there goes a bad guy flying up to the ceiling. Let's see, what else can we do here? I'm supposed to destroy these buildings. So let's grab a hold of this thing up here. I'm going to shoot it over there and smash!
Wait, did you just do that thing? Do that thing again.
Okay, here it goes again. Little magnet gun action. Boom, magnet there. Throw that thing over there. More explosions.
Now,
and,
can we do that with these alien dudes?
Yeah. See ya. There he goes.
Whoa.
Splat. Now, you can also do like a Mortal Kombat, like get over here kind of thing. And then he just comes sliding. Oh, I was hoping he was going to hit his buddy, but he didn't. Let's get his buddy over here. You come over here, and I'm going to hit you with a hammer. Okay, this red means I'm a little bit dying, so I'm just gonna...
don't do that
out
either.
Of the area. I also have a force push kind of thing, which I just did to that guy. And I can also hop in this giant mech. Now this is something we did not show during the now playing. And this is like a nice little mech. Walks, shoots machine guns, shoots rockets. This little pod is where those aliens come out of, so I wanna destroy it. The mech can also do this charge thing, which you can recklessly use to charge through buildings! Except you have to say it in that voice, and you kind of put yourself in danger. But it was totally worth it. Right, guys? I hope I don't die.
It's totally worth it. Question from LIM_AK, or Limac, as I'm going to now call him, or Limac, who is a famous comedian that's not famous in America. In any case, he wants to know how you feel kind of about the change from the open world, where you just kind of went around and destroying stuff, to this more linear experience, and how does the game feel different? What do you think about that?
Well, it definitely you have less sort of freedom because it's not open world. You can't just hop in a car or turn on your jetpack and go wherever you like. But it is the thrill of destruction and a certain amount of freedom is still there. The magnet gun is really one of the big things that fuels that, because you can just decide to throw guys all around. Like this guy, he's gonna live. Nope, he's dead. So you have this, you can make buildings collapse on themselves, and I really just can't say enough about how much fun I have with the magnet gun. Of course, you also have other explosive weaponry. You can fire remote charges. I was talking with Aaron Sampson, our gameplay editor, video editor, and he loved Red Faction Guerrilla as well, and was wondering, in Red Faction Guerrilla I could set these elaborate traps, set ambushes, bring buildings down on convoys and stuff. It's not that same kind of thrill. Instead, you'll sort of come into areas like this one, and then, oh my god, some horrible aliens will show up, and you're like, okay, how do I want to destroy you? I'm gonna, put some remote detonated charges on that guy and blow him up. I'm maybe gonna stomp this guy's skull in. These guys are giving me guff, so I'm gonna use one of my nano forge powers that's a shockwave, which basically lifts them up into suspended animation and damages them, and then the bigger ones I kind of have to finish off a little later. And I hope I don't die here. But, oh no, that's the pause button. That won't keep me alive.
But I am gonna, obviously it did not.
It did not. I am gonna load up something different real quick, just to show you folks. There's a lengthy single-player campaign, but there's also Infestation Mode, which will allow me to show off. I don't want to go on Xbox. Which will allow me to show off a little bit more of the bigger scale building destruction. A lot of this game takes place in caves underground, and so that's great because it gives you a lot of surfaces with which to to throw your enemies into and whatnot.
Right.
But you sort of miss that outdoor, open air, big, tall buildings kind of thing. And so those environments do crop up, and they are pretty fun.
Now, question for me while we wait for the loading as well.
Yes.
Now, some of my favorite and also some of the most frustrating moments in Red Faction Guerrilla involved vehicles. Now, we saw some mech kind of stuff going on there, but what about vehicles?
That's pretty much it. There's a couple different kinds of mechs. There's that walker that you just saw, and then there's you know, sort of a spider-like one, and then another vehicle sequence that comes way later in the game, so I won't go into detail about it, but they're pretty linear. It's a linear campaign, and you don't really have any sort of free-roaming abilities. Now we take a look at the start to Infestation, which is a survival mode. Basically, you can play with 4 players over Xbox Live. I prefer to have the pulse grenade, which is, unlike the timed grenades, it just explodes on impact. I showed you the shockwave. I'm going to show you the shell. That's a fun ability. Okay, so here I am. There's 2 infestation modes. Survival, which is just, you know, don't die. And then there's defend. And so I have to, in addition to destroying all these troops, you can see, I also have to defend this structure by shooting little repair grenades at it when it gets messed up. And so now I have these guys attacking me, and little fun with the magnet gun. I really like it.
Mars is not friendly, is it?
No, it's not, and it's even more unfriendly in this one. You've got cultists, you know, causing trouble. You got aliens that just appear in front of you. I don't often break out that. I find myself not using the hammer as much because Darius Mason, the protagonist, and this guy, the melee attack is really powerful, but it's still fun to smash an alien with a hammer, as you can tell.
Well, I mean, when could it ever not be fun? I mean, name me any chance in which hitting an alien with a hammer would not be fun. Tell me one now, Chris.
I don't think I can, Kevin.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. That's reason in and of itself.
Now this guy's up on my building, and so
you've got the repair action going on.
Mm-hmm. Now repair is that's something you have to actually use in the campaign a bunch because, you know, your destructive vigor is such that you often, you know, destroy structures. Like this one I just used to bring down on this guy's head. That's a little bit of playing with fire because if this thing comes down low enough, I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna fail rather. This shield power sort of protects against projectiles and destroys enemies that are inside it. Now I was hoping this guy would show up because these are big dudes that are hard to kill, but what I like to do is just throw them far away from me and then bring down the building on their heads. In this case, it's like some leftover freeway. Just kind of keeping them at a distance and then getting attacked from behind by this guy. So let's see if we can blow them up.
Now Squall,
shield so I don't die.
Skull 20XX is kind of wondering. This is actually a good question. He's wondering about secret stages and weapons, and I'll kind of throw in my own idea on that because of course in Red Faction Guerrilla's multiplayer they had the really great was that the ostrich hammer?
Yes, that goofy ostrich that you can wield like a sledgehammer.
Now, is there anything like that? Anything that you uncover? Any Easter eggs? Any cool stuff that if you go out of your way you might find?
Well, there's not so much out of your way stuff during the campaign. It's mostly pretty straightforward, but there is a hilarious Easter egg weapon that you unlock upon completion of the campaign. And if you guys have been paying attention to Red Faction preview coverage, you might know what it is already. For those of you who haven't, I won't spoil it. But suffice to say, if you come back to GameSpot like next Wednesday, there'll be a gameplay clip up showing that weapon in all of its weird, profane glory. And I think even if you're not that interested in this game, you're going to get a laugh out of it.
Chris, I don't like it when you tease me.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Yeah.
You know, I got to respect the spoilers.
Yeah.
And I got to I'm just going to... Oh, that guy's already dead. Okay, cool. Well, this wave's going to take a little longer than we have on the demo, so I'm just going to punch this guy in the face and be done.
So do you know what could potentially make this game better?
What's that?
Is if it took place in Thringland or in Germany.
You think so?
I think that's what it's all about
not
in
on
shooters
Marth?
Nowadays. No, not on Marth. You know,
Marth 3?
I don't think it would be appropriate.
So you saw the Modern Warfare 3 trailer, did you?
Really? You think? Here in the United States of America,
we're just gonna keep going.
We like that game here.
We do. All right, folks, there's your look at Red Faction Armageddon. Like I said, we did it now playing a whole hour of that game. If you want to see more destruction, more magnet gun, take a look at it.